Hi, this is Bonnie with TLC Inspirations, and today we're going to do applique with embroidery on the sewing machine with our hoop. And so you're going to need your base fabric, your applique fabric, and stabilizer of your choice. It can either be self-adhesive or lightweight. I'm going to use a temporary spray adhesive with a tearaway stabilizer for this tutorial. So I'm going to lightly spray the back of my applique fabric with the adhesive and adhere my stabilizer to the back side, just like that. And then we're going to hoop it, and we're going to secure our hoop, and then we're going to take it over to our machine. But first we have to have a design file. Now for an applique, you're going to get two files with your design. One will be a DL file or die line file, which is just an outline, and the other will be your embroidery file. So with our applique piece of fabric, we're going to choose the applique file, and we're going to set our machine. I want to downsize this design a little bit, so I'm going to take it down to like 3.64. Again, this is the embroidery design on the applique fabric. And there you can see it's on my screen. So now we're going to stitch it out. Again, while this is stitching out, I'll just mention that you can choose your stabilizer according to what your project is. If you're doing it on a fine fabric, you may want a stiffer stabilizer. If you're going to have it against your skin, such as in a t-shirt, you're going to want to go for a soft stabilizer on the back. So make it according to your project. Okay, now this is the first part of the stitching. Now in this particular design, my machine is going to stop and allow me to change colors if I want to. But for this tutorial, I'm going to stick with the original color. So I'm just going to hit the start button again and let it finish stitching out. And this is a very basic design. You get more intricate designs, there's going to be more steps in changing your colors and whatnot. Okay, now it stopped again, and I still don't want to change colors, so I'm just going to hit the start button again on my machine, let it finish stitching out. So now we've got the design completely stitched out, and we're going to remove it from our hoop. And we've got our base fabric. In this case, this is going to probably be a quilt square or a pocket on something, something very basic. Now you're going to want to cut out the embroidery design as close as you can to the design without cutting your threads. Because if you get into your design and cut your threads, obviously it's going to unravel on you, and that wouldn't be good. And when I cut them out, I choose to leave my stabilizer on the back because it's just easier to cut. It isn't flimsy. Okay, so we've cut out our design and we've got our base fabric hooped now. There's our design cut out. It's going to go in the middle of this square. So we've got that hooped with our stabilizer again on the back side, and we go in this time and we're going to choose the die line file, which is just an outline file, and load it into our machine. And you're also going to have to go in and resize it to match your original design, which was 3.64, so this one will go down to like 3.65, which will give us an outline of where we're going to put our heart. Okay, we're ready to go, and we're going to stitch out the die line file now, or outline file, or whatever you want to call it. It's a DL file. when you get your applique design. Okay, you can see it's stitched out and ready for us to place our applique. Don't remove it from the hoop. So we're going to leave this in the hoop. We're going to grab our cutout applique and center it. And to keep it in place, we're going to again grab our temporary adhesive, unless you have a self-adhesive on the back. I'm going to spray the back of it, and then we're going to glue it into place. And then we're going to go back to our machine, and this time you're going to go back to your original applique file, and you're going to let the machine stitch the first 2 or 3 segments. The first one is usually a tack down stitch, and the second one will be an applique stitch, and then sometimes it will go back to a tack down stitch after that. So you can see now it's doing a tack down stitch where we've placed our heart. And we'll go all the way around and tack it into place. Okay, there's our tack down stitch, and now we're going to let it go ahead and go around again and stitch the applique stitch. Just push the start button. Again, we're using the original embroidery file this time. And there it is, doing the little applique stitch all the way around. And there's our little design, all done and cute. Now we're going to tear off our stabilizer, or if you have cutaway, you're going to have to cut it off. And it's up to you, or personal preference, if you want to remove it from the center of the design. The more intricate your design, the harder that's going to be to do. So a lot of times you'll just want to leave it in place. And there's our little design, all ready to go for wherever you're going to use it. And there it is on the back side. I took the stabilizer out of the center. Anyway, so there we are with our little heart, and happy Valentine's Day from TLC Inspirations. Thank you for watching.